So I unlocked Golden Damascus camo in Black Ops 7 Warzone, and thankfully, compared to Abyss camo last year, this one is much less painful to go for, because Abyss camo wasn't really hard to grind, it was just more annoying and time-consuming more than anything. But this year, they definitely refined a lot of the challenges. It's a lot more fun to go for. You still need 100 kills with every weapon for the base military challenges, but the special challenges are a lot less annoying, which is really nice to see. And also having Damascus camo back, but having it as like this golden variant, that's a nice touch, and it's a nice callback to the original Warzone / MW19. As usual, you know, the easiest way to go about getting the whatever diamond camo is called over in Warzone, I don't even know, I'd have to look again, would be to go for like the shotguns or the LMGs or something like that, since there's only like 2 LMGs in the game. But you know, I typically go for like SMGs or ARs first, just so I can get like a base feel of how the camo grind's gonna go. Right now I'm working on the Carbon 57, so we'll kind of dive into a match and just work on that for a minute. And I am doing the camo grind over in casuals, because even though it's technically solo versus squads, it's still a mix of players and bots, so it's just less painful. Also for this camo grind, I'm doing all the base weapons in the game, so I will not be doing the Kogot 7 or the Maddox yet, which is, I mean, it sucks because the Maddox is actually really good, and it's like one of my favorite AR. It's my favorite AR from Black Ops 4, but yeah, I want to do all the base weapons in the game just so I can get those knocked out, and yeah, this is the next camo grind that I'll be working on. Okay, so I guess Starglass is like the diamond camo over here in Warzone. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. First I was looking at it, I was like, man, but it like reflects in the light and stuff. That's actually kind of cool. Also, just a quick PSA for any new or returning Warzone players. As you can see here, as we drop in, my FOV looks fine, but then as soon as you land, it almost looks like I'm on like 60 FOV with how close the gun is to the screen, and I just want to let people know, this isn't actually anything to do with the FOV itself. So if normally you play at like 100 plus, but it looks way smaller, it's not the actual camera FOV, but in an effort to increase overall visibility in the game, they made the weapon FOV a lot lower just across the board in Warzone. So the weapon is a lot lower on the screen, and it also looks bigger and closer at the same time. So I feel like there may be a bit of an adjustment for some players, especially players like me that constantly bounce back and forth between BO7 and Warzone as to like, wait a minute, is the FOV different? Because at first I thought I did. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not playing with 60 FOV, what is this? But yeah, it's literally just a thing with the weapon FOV, so some people may need a bit of time to adjust to that. Yeah, but right now I'm just doing the same sort of thing I did last year. I'm just going through and trying to make progress with basically any weapon that I pick up as I go. I will say about the FOV thing though, because I know some people are probably gonna be like, no, your FOV just is lower, and yeah, that actually is the case. So I play on the default 90 FOV, because the default FOV in modern COD is 90. Before BO6 it was 80, which that's actually what I was still playing on like MW3, but then in BO6 they bumped it up to 90. So I decided to rock out with 90 just because the Omni movement works much better at like 90 FOV, and you're able to utilize it a bit more, like with that sensitivity and everything like that. But anything higher, like I tried bumping up Warzone to 100 yesterday, because at first I had the same thought where I was like, wait, why's the FOV so low? So I bumped it up to 100, but yeah, I can't really play games at that high of an FOV. It just kind of makes me feel like a little, I don't know what the word is. It's not necessarily motion sick, but maybe that also is the word for it. It's just, I know it's usually the opposite, and the higher it goes for most people, it makes them feel less motion sick. But for me, it's kind of like, if the FOV is too low, then it makes me feel kind of motion sick. And if it's too high, it also makes me feel kind of motion sick. So I need like anywhere between 80 to 90 is like my sweet spot. Anything higher or lower just really throws me off. And like, even though I was technically playing better, it was messing with my brain too much, so I had to flip it back down. I play just fine at 90 anyway. It's weird too, because like when I play on PC and my face is a lot closer to the screen, that's usually like I'm fine playing at higher FOVs then, but usually I play on my TV. I only play on my PC monitor for like however long it takes to record these videos, then I'm back on my TV, and I'm not, you know, changing my FOV 5 million times over just to, you know, make the videos look better or something. I'm leaving it at what I like to play at. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of cringe inside every time I get those comments, people being like, turn up your FOV. It's like, bro, I'm already at 90. That's already higher than like the 65 to 80 we used to play like freaking Halo 3 and Black Ops 2 on back in the day. I don't care about metas, and I don't care about ultra competitive performance and settings, etc. It's just like, bro, if you're good at the game, you're good at the game. And right now, I'm grinding Warzone casuals for camos. I ain't out here trying to do all this crazy demon movement at like freaking 240 FOV. I'm just grinding camos. I will gladly go play my 65 FOV Halo 3 on my Xbox 360 like it's 2009. I would love to do that. I will say, I feel like the visual recoil is a lot lower over here in Warzone, because I went back to Black Ops 7 for a bit yesterday, because I was again messing with the FOV stuff yesterday, like, hold on, what is all this? And then I was like sort of like having a moment where I was like messing with my settings in BO7 as well. I was like, hold on, I thought I had this all good, but then, you know, I ended up just kind of reverting back to all the settings that I had beforehand and sort of just like going back and forth, because the Warzone and BO7 settings are different. different. So like some things carry over between BO7 and Warzone, except for the FOV. So I was like trying to make sure everything was like lined up there as well, because like changing one doesn't change the other. But yeah, that also threw my brain off a little bit yesterday too, because I was like playing this for so long, and then I went back to BO7, and the gun is just like so much bigger on the screen. Or not bigger. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like the gun is closer to the screen here, so it looks bigger. Whereas I guess on Black Ops 7, it's technically smaller, but it also looks bigger because it takes up more screen space, if that makes sense. Anyway, sorry, I got way off track, but yeah, so I was, the visual recoil, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I went back to BO7 after this, and the gun was like, I was using the M15, it was like, like, it wasn't like kicking like crazy, like I had good attachments on it, it's just, it looked like it was bouncing around more, whereas in Warzone, you know, it's just like that straight laser beam, like, dude. I had my Dravik pretty dialed in. Obviously, I can't use it now because I already have a gold, so there's like no point in using it, and I just got beat. See, that's the other thing too. I'll be playing casuals, and I'm like, oh, you know, everybody's just bots, you know, it's not a big deal, but then you know, you run into that one other person that's camo grinding, and it's like, all right, I got a little too ahead of myself there. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do hate how many settings always need tweaked in modern games. I miss like the Xbox 360 PS3 era where it's like, okay, you maybe had some players that would tweak their colorblind settings and their sensitivity settings, and then that was about it. You didn't have to worry about going into every single game you play, like not even just Call of Duty, but like for me, like the one setting I always turn off every time I play a game, COD included, is like motion blur, because motion blur is just so disgusting. So like every time I buy a new game or a new COD or something, it's like, all right, gotta go in here, turn off the motion blur, gotta turn off depth of field, gotta, you know, there's like all these weird settings now, and it's just like, man, I miss 2012, bro. You put Black Ops 2 in and you're playing the game. That's sort of like game updates and all that. It's like, oh man, you know, you get done with a long day's work and all you want to do is play some video games, but nope, sorry, you got a 500 gigabyte update. It's like, all right, I'll kiss my happiness and my hard drive goodbye then. I don't know, bro, life is cooked. I'm ready to just go play Mario 64 and lay in bed. Yo, somebody picked up my loot. The last time that I died, you see that? Literally, hold up, was that a bot? Give me a sec. I want to show you guys my finishing move that I got. Ooh, they're trying to throw thick grenades. Anyway, check out this finishing move. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Oh, and also they have pets back in Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 7 Warzone. So like that dog, it's my pet in the main menu. It's so cute. No, I haven't gotten a win yet. Oh, I was so mad, dude. I almost had a nuke last night, and the game ended one off from it. Like there was like my last person that I was gonna kill to get my nuke or whatever, and then I ended up getting 3v1'd by real players, and I thought they were all bots. I think the person inside the garage might have been a bot, so I started beaming, and then it was a whole thing. It's a tiny space, two people gunning on you. It's like, what are you gonna do? But the thing is, I would have gotten my nuke if the game wasn't almost over, because that... Oh no, my soundproof panel just fell off the side of my wall. I gotta put those back up. They're like, I have like a bunch of soundproof panels on the sides of my AC unit just to like block more sound, but they keep like tipping over and it's really annoying. I kind of just sort of have them awkwardly placed up against it at the moment. Yeah, I think that was a real player. Unfortunately, he sucks. You know, there's somebody shooting me again, and I really don't appreciate it. So, like, if you could stop doing that, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, wow. Dragon's Breath is not as good in Warzone as it is in BO7. That's probably a good thing. Does anybody remember what I was about to say? Oh, yeah, soundproof. Yeah, it keeps, like... falling. Oh no, my god, my tape was wearing off for a while, so now I gotta do this thing where I just sort of lean it up against it. It still works. I think my most masculine trait is jerry-rigging everything to perfection. If I have something and it's not working the way it should, I jerry-rig it to make it work. Rarely do I just buy or replace things. I need to, like, I make it work, and I only get something when it's absolutely broken. I've told this story before about how I won't buy new shoes until the bottoms fall off and my feet bleed just from walking on like pavement. Anyway, yeah, the new Warzone map's pretty cool, and also, just want to highlight the Battle Pass real quick. They have a lot of cool stuff in the Battle Pass this season, and they have some skins for, like, the zombies operators and stuff. Like, they got this one here for Dempsey, and then, hold on, I gotta find it. Where is Driptoffen? He's, okay, yeah, page 9 right here, Driptoffen there, with, like, both variants have it look pretty cool, but that's pretty fly. But, yeah, they got a lot of other cool stuff, and then the one... Hold on, we gotta go into the firing range real quick. The one blueprint they gave you for the Carbon 57 here, I think you can do inspects in the firing range. I hope so. Yeah, look at this. This looks crazy. I love that. Anyway, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the, what was it, season 3. They've had a couple like black and gold seasons before. I'm excited to see what other color schemes they do, because while I like the black and gold, I also like when they switch it up and do like, oh, what other colors did they do last year? They had black and gold, yeah, there was like a black and purple one. They had like a black and fire one, I remember, was like season 1, and then I swear they had like other stuff in here, but I don't know. Yeah, they just had a lot of different cool colors, and I'd like to see them experiment with those. But anyway, yeah, I should probably get this video wrapped up for now, just so I can get back to the camera grind. I kind of want to get locked in on this. Again, I've been having to work a lot lately, so I can't necessarily, like, I don't know if we're gonna bang this out in like a week like we did with Singularity. I'm gonna try to, though. The challenges aren't as hard, because like really like most of the singularity grind wasn't too hard. It was just the launcher challenges I remember kind of took me a minute, because you had to get like the collaterals and no, the whole thing. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do my best here. Gonna hopefully try to carve out a little more time to grind this, and I don't know, maybe within like 2 weeks we could get it. I feel like 2 weeks would still be a decent timeline. I want to do a week, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out to the Patrons and channel members to get all the way to the low bullet tier, and any shout out to the last king, imitate many, and the biggest shout out to for low cheese roll and script. Thank you guys so much, as Little Legends. I love you. Have an amazing day, beautiful. I love you all. Peace.